Hello wrestling fans, Damian Nelson of the Pro Wrestling Report here with Friday, August the 14th edition of PWR Express. Let's talk about TNA Hard Justice coming to pay-per-view this Sunday night. The matches are all set, and the first one is the X Division #1 Contenders match in a Steel Asylum. The participants: Suicide, Chris Sabin, Amazing Red, Alex Shelley, Jay Lethal, Daniels, and Consequences Creed. This should open the show. This should be a solid opener from TNA Wrestling, and it'll be very, very intriguing to see who comes out of that match as the #1 contender for the X Division Championship. The Legends title will be on the line as Mick Foley takes on Kevin Nash. Doesn't matter what I say about that match. Listen to what Kevin Nash had to say about that match on this past Monday's edition of the Pro Wrestling Report on 540 ESPN. Knockouts Championship will be on the line as ODB takes on Angelina Love. And this one has been developing over the last few weeks with Cody Deaner involved as well. Look for Angelina Love to walk out still the Legends champion. The X Division Championship will be on the line as Samoa Joe goes up against Homicide. Homicide, one half of LAX, going up against Samoa Joe. It seems to make the most sense for Homicide to retain that X Division Championship coming up this Sunday at TNA Hard Justice. The IWGP Tag Team titles will be on the lines if TNA tells IWGP. Beer Money and the British Invasion will go head-to-head in that matchup. British Invasion, the current champions as far as TNA concerned. Team 3D still the champions as far as IWGP concerned. This one, the British Invasion could go over. However, Beer Money is better if they have titles at this point, in my opinion. The TNA World Tag Team titles will be on the line as Team 3D takes on Booker T and Scott Steiner. I really hope... well, I was going to say I really hope Team 3D wins that matchup, but then where do you go from there? This one could go either way, folks, between these two teams. The Mafia could walk out still the champs, or Team 3D could take their throne again on the top of the tag team professional wrestling world. And then the main event, it's for the World Heavyweight Championship. Kurt Angle versus Sting versus Matt Morgan, the Blueprint. In that main event matchup coming up this Sunday at Hard Justice, if TNA really wanted to cause some ripples or some waves, Matt Morgan would walk out of this thing the champion. I don't think there's a chance of that happening, just based off of the storylines right now in TNA. However, Kurt Angle seems to be the best option to win that match and retain the World Championship. Building to that big match with him and Bobby Lashley. Bound for Glory is just but 2 months away. So they got to start working on that and got to start building towards that. We've got a new edition of PWR Prime Time coming up this evening right here on this very site, so be sure to tune in for that. And if you haven't checked out all of our expresses from this week, including our PWR Q&A from yesterday, be sure to do that, along with subscribing to our videos right here on YouTube. For the Pro Wrestling Report, this is Damian Nelson. Thank you for tuning in.